downfield, and the receiver is wide open. Seconds left. Levin sees it. Knocks it in. Past the 20 to the 10 to the end zone. Touchdown, Blackhawk Horns. Good afternoon and welcome to Potosi High School. We have a Six Rivers Conference matchup. The top two teams squaring off in today's conference battle. The co-op of Potosi Cassville hosting the Barneveld Golden Eagles. Tyler Dictanis with you, bringing you the action on Driftless Sports Network. Glad you're along with us, as this is a rematch of a game that took place just one night ago. Barneveld got the win 3-0 in Barneveld last night, and we'll try to stay undefeated in conference play and undefeated on the season. 7-0 coming into this one, 6-0 in Six Rivers play. Potosi Cassville trying to get back on the right track after dropping their first conference loss last night to the Golden Eagles. Potosi Cassville with a record of 6-2. They are 4-1 in the Six Rivers, alone in second place, ahead of Pecatonica by a half game. Pecatonica with a 3-1 conference record heading into today's action. Let's set up the starting lineups for both teams, starting off with the road team. The Barneveld Golden Eagles goes like this. Batting first, the shortstop, number 2, Mason Durst. Batting second, third baseman, wearing number 12, Caden Schlimgen. Batting third, the pitcher, number 5, Hunter Larson. Batting fourth, the left fielder, number 4, Carson Leitsinger. Batting fifth, the second baseman, number 14, That is Landon. Can't read the handwriting here. Landon Beaker, excuse me. Batting 6th. Shipman. Batting 7th. The center fielder, number 3, Ty Thousand. Batting 8th. The first baseman, number 8, Aiden Knight. And rounding out the starting lineup, the designated hitter, number 11, Mason Hessler. He's batting in place of the catcher, number 9, Caleb Meyer. In the batting order for Barneveld, Durst, Schlimgen, Larson, Leitzinger, Bader, Shipman, Thousand, Knight, Hessler. Those are the starting lineups for the Barneveld Golden Eagles. And in the outfield for Potosi Cassville, their defensive alignment will be Weber, Roush, and Vels from left to right. And then from third to first, it's Tasker, Infield, Saar, and Vogelsberg. Damian Bauer will catch for today's starting pitcher, Alex Frederick, who comes into the game, pitched 3 2/3 innings, has 1 save on his stat line, with 7 strikeouts, no ERA, but a whip of 0.27. So those are the starting lineups for both teams here this afternoon from Potosi High School. Both coaches talking with the umpires at home plate. We're set to get the action started in just a little bit. Our game is brought to you by .08. Big flavor, zero alcohol, and nothing boring about it. Hit up Chelsea with .08 for your next event. Find them on Facebook and Instagram. Also brought to you by the Frugal Floozies, helping you find the best deals on everything from fashion to everyday essentials. If you love saving money and still looking great, they've got you covered. Check them out on Facebook. NG Coffee House is a cozy small-town cafe where caffeine, cliffhangers, and community meet. Grab a latte, find a seat, and fall into your next great story. NG Coffee House in Bloomington. Special thank you to the entire staff here at Potosi High School ahead of time of our game here this afternoon. A special thank you to Keith Oyen and the IT staff here for helping us get the camera feed and the scoreboard and everything set up here. Also to Mark Siegert, the athletic director, who's at the WIA meetings in Stevens Point today. Potosi, always a great place to call a ball game. This is the first time I've called a baseball game here in Potosi, though, so I'm used to the football field just off to my left here from the perch here at the baseball diamond, but a great view, a great setup, in a very nice warm day for high school baseball in southwest Wisconsin. If you're looking for more baseball coverage, we'll have baseball on X1071 tomorrow on Queen Bee Radio. We'll have SWC action with Dodgeville taking on Lancaster. John Satterley and Steve Prestegard will be on the call of that, with Raleigh Chiefs pregame coverage set for 9:40, 10 o'clock first pitch. Again, that'll be on X1071 and video streamed on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Then we will have more action on Monday on Queen Bee Radio as Lancaster will take on Cuba City. That'll be on ESPN Radio, AM 5090 WPVL, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. And then the next game on DSN, as voted on Facebook, we will have action in the Swell with Cuba City taking on the Basketball Bulldogs. Looking forward to calling that game from Cronsage Park on Tuesday evening. And we should be getting close to getting the action started here in Potosi. Again, glad you're with us on Driftless Sports Network. Potosi Cassville in the gold jerseys with maroon pinstripes and maroon numbers. Barneveld in the purple jersey tops with white pants. Eagles written across the chest in white with some gold trim. And Alex Frederick going to warm up and get things going here from Potosi High School. Game is also brought to you by Shannon Murray Photography, booking 2027 senior sessions this summer. Spots will fill fast, so book now at shanmurrayphoto.com. Big event coming up tomorrow in Potosi as well. Potosi's Hub People, Pages, and Parcels inviting you to the Independent Bookstore this Saturday, April 25th, celebrating Independent Bookstore Day. It's more than just a 5K. Come for the music, food, kids' activities, and a full day of fun in downtown Potosi. Enjoy live music, face painting, root beer floats, and more. There's something for everyone, whether you're running or just hanging out. Don't miss it tomorrow in Potosi. At Grant Regional Health Center's ortho team, Dr. Brad Minsfeld and Nate Stokoe, OPAC, provide exceptional care for sports-related injuries. Grant Regional Health Center, better health starts here. We're also brought to you by Casco Kid Zone, inviting you to see country music singer Lango at the Kewaunee County Fair. This year's fair is July 9th through the 12th. For more information, go to Kewaunee.com. And if you like what you see on DSN, feel free to scan the QR code and support our sponsors. See how you can connect with me and DSN. And we're set to get things going with Mason Durst coming up to the plate. Mason Durst on the season batting .458, has an OPS of 1.135, 5 RBIs, 5 walks, 5 strikeouts, and 6 stolen bases on the season. And Frederick gives the nod, winds up for the first pitch. Here it is. And looks like it's low for ball 1. 1-0 pitch. That one's high for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes to Mason Durst. Got Alex Frederick, 3 2/3 innings pitched on the season. Getting the start today. Off speed pitch, and that one's right down the middle for a called strike 1. Two one, swung on and missed. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Leadoff batter of our game here at Potosi High School. The 2-2. Contact made, and it's going to find its way into center field. Mason Durst with a leadoff single. He'll get to first base safely. 1 on, nobody out in the top of the first inning. We are scoreless, and now we see Caden Schlimgen wearing number 12. Appears to bat right-handed. And he is today's starting third baseman for the Barneveld Golden Eagles. First pitch way outside. Count goes to 1-0. Pitch. Runner goes. Ball gets away from Bauer, and Mason Durst will slide to second base uncontested. That'll be his 7th stolen base of the season. No balls, 2 strikes. And the next pitch fouled to the backstop. Count stays at 0-2. We'll try the 0-2 again. Frederick looks back, now delivers. Swung on and missed for strike 3. First strikeout of the game for Alex Frederick. Now we see Hunter Larson, pitcher-on-pitcher action. Where's number 5? That's right-handed. And the first pitch is off speed and misses upstairs for ball 1. Frederick looking at second, now delivers. And this one popped up to shallow right. And it'll be Logan Roush closing the glove on it in center field. Mason Durst will advance to third base on the sac fly. And now there's 2 away in the top of the first inning, still scoreless from Potosi High School. Battle of the top 2 teams in the Six Rivers coming into this one. Now the cleanup hitter, Carson Leitzinger. Where's number 4? Playing left field to start things out today. And this pitch is popped up sky high to the pitcher. Frederick calls everyone off. And that will end the inning. After giving up a single, the next 3 batters go down in order. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Barneveld nothing, Potosi Cassville nothing. Let's start the batting order for Potosi Cassville. Their lineup goes like this. Batting first, the pitcher, number 44, Alex Frederick. Batting second, the catcher, number 25, Damian Bauer. Batting third, playing first base, number 33, Colton Vogelsberg. Batting cleanup, the shortstop, number 2, Ben Infield. Batting fifth, the left fielder, number 4, Reed Weber. Batting sixth, the second baseman, number 7, River Saar. Batting seventh, the center fielder, number 17, Logan Roush. Batting eighth, the third baseman, number 1, Ainsley Tasker. And rounding out the starting lineup for Potosi Cassville, the designated hitter, number 28, Evan Brewer. He'll bat in place of number 24, Chris Vels. And warming up on the bump for Barneveld is the pitcher, Hunter Larson. Larson has pitched 13 2/3 innings on the season, has a record of 2-0. 3 walks, 19 strikeouts, an ERA of 2.05, and a whip of 1.171. Alex Frederick comes up to the dish. And this is a rematch of a game that took place last night. John Satterley had the call of that game on South 78 Radio. And the first pitch here is a called strike. Nice pitch by Hunter Larson. Next pitch, this one grounded over to short. Throw to first is in time for the out. Mason Durst closing the glove on it and getting it to first for the 6-3 putout. Now comes Damian Bauer to the plate, and he grounds this one over to short. Durst with the play again. Throw to first is in time for the out. Nice reflex that time by Aiden Knight to make sure he got the glove on it. Had to stretch a little bit to get it in. But back-to-back 6-3 putouts results in 2 batters down in the bottom of the first inning. Now Colton Vogelsberg, starting first baseman today at the plate, had a nice outing against River Ridge. On Tuesday, got to call that game on DSN. Had a 1-hit shutout in the 2-0 win. Check swing there. And what's the call? I'm going to say 1 ball, 1 strike. I think. Officials confer, and home plate umpire says it's 1-1. The 1-1 pitch misses outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. It's the number 3 hitter in the order for Potosi Cassville, Colton Vogelsberg. Fouls this one out of play over the Barneveld dugout, and count goes to 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, nobody on in the bottom of the first inning. 2-2. That one just missed inside. Count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the payoff pitch is fouled off, out of play. We'll do it again. And that pitch hit Vogelsberg, and it's off his shoulder. He goes to first base. So hit by pitch extends the inning. And now Ben Infield, the cleanup hitter at the dish. Ben Infield batting .238 on the season and an OPS of .705. And that pitch is inside. Infield had to duck. Count is 1 ball, no strikes. 1 on 2 out, bottom of the first inning, and a snap throw to first. Runner gets back in time. Next pitch is inside for ball 2. That pitch swung on and missed. Count is 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 out in the bottom of the first inning. That pitch swung on and missed. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And this one lifted into shallow right field, out of play, but it will be caught in foul territory by the first baseman, Aiden Knight. And that will end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. None left on base. Or 1 left on base, excuse me. And we go to the second. Potosi, Cassville, nothing. Barneveld, nothing. And I'm checking on our scoreboard. It looks like we don't have the full scoreboard on there. Thank you to John Satterley for pointing that out. So I'll see if I can get my version of the scoreboard up here. See if this works. All right, now I'll see if I can control it. All right, let's see if we can head to the top of the second inning. All right, there we go. And this pitch is going to be hit into center field for a base hit. Leadoff hit by number 14. That was Landon Beaker, and now number 13, Cooper Shipman, coming to the dish. Frederick checks the runner at first. And that pitch is a strike. Frederick with the delivery. Bunt shown, and this one grounded over to the third base side. Throw to first is in time for the out. Nice sacrifice bunt for Cooper Shipman. 1 on, 1 out in the top of the second, still scoreless. Now we see Ty Thousand coming to the plate, the number 7 hitter in the order. Starting at center field today. Frederick shakes his head at the first pitch, now gives the nod. Here's the pitch. That one catches the outer third of the strike zone for strike 1. Frederick checking the runner at second, delivers again, off speed. That one's going to be a called strike. That one just clipped the outer third. Count as no balls, 2 strikes to Ty Thousand. Ty Thousand batting .208 on the season, an OPS of .448. 4 RBIs, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts. Trying to avoid number 7 here. Here's the pitch. That one way outside for ball 1. The 1-2. This one lifted down the left field line and out of play. We'll do it again. Landon Beeker, the base runner at second base. Ty Thousand at the plate. 1-2 pitched. That one off speed and way outside. Count goes to 2-2. And that pitch is a called strike 3, a backwards K for the second out of the inning. Now comes Aiden Knight to the plate. Where's number 8? Bats right-handed. Starting first baseman, and that one hits him off the back. So runners at first and second for Barneveld in the top of the second inning. 2 on, 2 out. Now Mason Hessler, designated hitter, wears number 11. Batting in place of Caleb Meyer, the catcher for Barneveld. First pitch is outside for ball 1. Hessler reaches base. We go back to the top of the order with Mason Durst. 1-0 pitch, catches the outer third of the strike zone. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 on, 2 out. Top of the second. And 1-1, solid contact made into the left center field gap. That will drop for a base hit. Runner rounds third, and Barneveld gets on the board as Landon Beeker scores, and a wild throw advances the runner to second. So Barneveld 1, Potosi Cassville nothing. Runners at second and third with 2 away. Back to the top of the order with Mason Durst. Led the game off with a single, 1 for 1 on the game so far. Swings and misses at strike 1. 1 pitch in the dirt for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runners at second and third. Barneveld with a 1-0 lead. Frederick's pitch. Rises at the last second to miss the strike zone. 2 balls, 1 strike. The 2-1 catches the strike zone in the lower third. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on, 2 out. On the top of the second inning, Barneveld 1, Potosi Cassville 0. Alex Frederick trying to get out of the jam. 2-2. This one chopped right back to the pitcher. And a throw to home, and Damian Bauer will get the out. And that will end the inning. 1 run on 2 hits. No errors. And 2 left on base. Through an inning and a half, it's Barneveld 1, Potosi Cassville 0. High school baseball on DSN. Today's game is brought to you by .08, big flavor, 0 alcohol, and nothing boring about it. Hit up Chelsea with .08 for your next event. Find her on Facebook and Instagram. Also brought to you by the Frugal Floozies, helping you find the best deals on everything from fashion to everyday essentials. If you love saving money and still looking great, they've got you covered. Check them out on Facebook. Head to the bottom of the second inning. Barneveld with a 1-0 lead on Potosi Cassville. Barneveld undefeated on the season, 7-0 coming into this one, 6-0 in the Six Rivers. Potosi Cassville 6-2. They are 4-1 in the Six Rivers. Currently in second place, looking to stay there. Other games in the Six Rivers today. Schulzburg-Benton is at Monticello Albany. Belmont is at Pecatonica in a big matchup, and then Argyle Blackhawk is at River Ridge. If we get any updates on some of the other games from the area, we'll bring them to you. Benenfield coming up to the plate to lead off the bottom of the second inning. First pitch, that one way inside for ball 1. Hunter Larson with a kind of an odd-looking delivery, like a hesitation kick almost. And that pitch swung on and missed. Actually, excuse me, that's Reed Weber at the plate. Count is 2 balls, 1 strike. Weber, Starr, and Roush due up for Potosi Cassville in the bottom of the second. This one lifted down the third base side and hooks out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And a golf swing for strike 3. One away. And now River Starr coming to the dish. River Starr batting .357 and OPS of .772. And the pitch gets away from the catcher. Count is 1 ball, no strikes. And that pitch clips the outer third of the strike zone to make the count 1-1. 1-1 from Larson. And that clips the outer third to make the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kind of a quick delivery that time by Larson. Here's the 1-2. Another quick delivery, swung on and missed for strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Larson. 2 away. in the bottom of the second inning, and now we see Logan Roush, the starting center fielder, wearing number 17. Lefty batter. Batting .227 on the season, an OPS of .547. First pitch. High and away for ball one. And this one gonna hook out of play to make the count 1-1 strike. One golf swing misses to make the count 1-2 strikes. And the 1-2 is outside to make the count 2-2 strikes. 2 out, nobody on in the bottom of the second. Barneveld with a 1-run lead. And a swing and a miss, strike 3. Hunter Larson strikes out the side in the bottom of the second. Through 2 innings, it's Barneveld 1, Potosi Cassville nothing. High school baseball on Driftless Sports Network. Today's game is sponsored by NG Coffee House, a cozy small-town cafe where caffeine, cliffhangers, and community meet. Grab a latte, find a seat, and fall into your next great story. NG Coffee House in Bloomington. And by Shannon Marie Photography, booking 2027 senior sessions for the summer. Spots will fill fast, so book now at shanmariePhoto.com. We now go to the top of the third inning. It'll be Schlumgen, Larson, and Leitzinger, the 2, 3, and 4 hitters in the order for Barneveld. Again, Barneveld 1, Potosi Cassville nothing. Six Rivers Baseball on DSN. Schlumgen struck out in his last plate appearance. And that pitch is a called strike. Count is 0-1. Here's a delivery from Frederick. That one misses downstairs. 1-1 strike. And this one lifted into shallow left, and that will be a blooper for a base hit for Schlumgen. Leadoff single in the top of the third. One on, nobody out. And a snap throw to first. The ball gets away from Vogelsberg. And Schlumgen will advance to second base for the steal. Schlumgen getting his 7th stolen base. Off the throwing error by Frederick. Now Frederick trying to collect himself a little bit here. Here's the pitch. And this one hit into left field. And that will drop for a base hit. Runners at the corners for Barneveld to lead things off. Barneveld threatening in the top half of the third inning. With a 1-run lead. Now Carson Leitzinger at the plate. Snap throw to first. Runner gets back in time. Runners stay put. Leitzinger 0 for 1 on the game, and that one misses outside for a ball. But a stolen base, uncontested for Hunter Larson. Now runners at second and third. Here's the pitch. That one gets in the dirt. Ball gets away from the catcher. And Barneveld will score off the wild pitch. Barneveld now with a 2-run lead. Runner advances to third. Scoreboard says it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Carson Leitzinger at the dish. Leitzinger looks at that one. It's away for ball 2. Leitzinger out of the box, now back in. Here's the 2-0. That one clips the outer third for strike 1. Two-one pitch swung on and missed to make the count 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two misses high. Count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Landon Beeker at the plate. Here's a delivery. Actually, excuse me, the batter Leitzinger was walked. Base on balls. So now runners at second and third. The 0-1 pitch misses upstairs to make the count 1 ball, 1 strike. That pitch misses high. Count goes to 2-1. And that one hits him. Bases are loaded for Barneveld with nobody out in the top of the third inning. Bases loaded for Cooper Shipman. Cooper Shipman with 5 RBIs, or excuse me, 2 RBIs on the season. Looks at the first pitch, and it's a called strike. Swing and a miss. Strike two. Hunter Larson, the runner at third. Lightsinger, the runner at second. Beaker, the runner at first for Barneveld. 0-2 count to Cooper Shipman. Shipman swings and misses at strike three. One away. Alex Frederick trying to do his best to get out of a big-time jam, down by 2 runs in the top of the third inning. Ty Thousand now at the plate. Alex Frederick has thrown 47 pitches so far in the game. First pitch, that went outside for ball one. Ty Thousand 0 for 1 on the game. Frederick gives the nod. Here's the 1-0. That one's down and inside to make the count 2 balls, no strikes. 3 on, 1 out. Top of the third, and now Damian Bauer wants to talk things over with his pitcher. Big opportunity for Barneveld to blow this game wide open in the top of the third. Bauer will go back to the catcher's position. Frederick set to deliver. Bases loaded for Barneveld. And a 2-run lead in the top of the third. Here's the pitch. It's low for ball 3. Frederick has to find the strike zone. The 3-0. And he walked him. So a run is walked in. That makes the score Barneveld 3, Potosi Cassville nothing with 1 out in the top of the third inning. Aiden Knight at the plate. And it looks at the first pitch, and that is a strike. That one clips the outer third. Frederick with the delivery. That one misses outside for ball 1. Field is completely sun-splashed. It is a very comfortable 67 degrees. And this one hit into shallow center, and it will be caught on the run by Logan Roush for the second out of the inning. The runners stay put. Now Mason Hessler at the plate. He's 1 for 1. Hessler looks at the pitch, and it's outside, I believe, for ball 1. Frederick with the delivery. 1-0 pitch misses inside for ball 2. Two-0 pitch in the dirt, gets away from Bauer, but Bauer able to keep the ball in front of him to avoid runs coming in. But another 3-0 count for Frederick. He's thrown 7 straight balls. Here's the 3-0. That one finds the strike zone to make the count 3-1. 3-1 pitch misses upstairs for ball 4. Another run is walked in, and Barneveld now out to a 4-run lead with the bases still loaded and 2 out. Go back to the top of the order with Mason Durst. Mason Durst 1 for 2. Had a single back in the first inning. Frederick deals. And that is a called ball. 1-0 pitch. Finds a strike zone. Count goes to 1-1. Bases loaded for Barneveld, a 4-run lead. 3 runs coming in the top of the third. This one hit into left field, and that will drop for a base hit. 1 run comes in, another run rounds third. Sliding into third, runner's safe. A 2-run double for Barneveld makes it 6-0. And now Coach Livefried going to talk things over with his team, and I think we're going to see a pitching change for Potosi Cassville. Barneveld 6, Potosi Cassville nothing in the top of the third. And we'll see who Coach Livefried is going to give the ball to. I believe it's going to be number 2, Ben Infield. He's going to be warming up. Ben Infield on the season has pitched 3 innings. Has 1 strikeout on his stat line. Hessler, the runner at third. Durst, the runner at second. Schlumgen coming up to the plate once the warm-up pitches are completed. Stat-wise for Potosi Cassville, Alex Frederick pitched 2 2/3 innings, gave up 6 hits, 6 runs, all of those runs earned. Had walked 3 batters and 3 strikeouts on the game. While the warm-up pitches are going on, we'll tell you that our game is brought to you by Potosi's Hub, People, Pages, and Parcels, inviting you to the Independent Bookstore Day tomorrow, April 25th. More than just a 5K, come for the music, food, kids' activities, and a full day of fun in downtown Potosi. Enjoy live music, face painting, root beer floats, and more. There's something for everyone, whether you're running or just hanging out. Don't miss Independent Bookstore Day tomorrow in Potosi. Grant Regional Health Center's ortho team, Dr. Brad Vinsfeld and Nate Stoko, PAC, provide exceptional care for sports-related injuries. Grant Regional Health Center, better health starts here. And Casco Kids Zone invites you to see country music singer Lanco at the Kewaunee County Fair. This year's fair is July 9th through the 12th. For more information, go to Kewaunee.com. Ben Infield's warm-up pitches are done. Schlumgen coming up to the plate. Runners at second and third for Barneveld. Barneveld with a 6-run lead. Infield with the pitch, and that's a called strike. A 1 pitch. This one lifted foul. Going to hook out of play to make the count 0-2. Barneveld has scored 5 runs in the top half of the third. This one going to be lifted down the left field line in foul territory, and it's going to go over the Potosi Cassville dugout out of play. Count stays at 0-2. with 2 on and 2 out. And infield with the nod. Here's a delivery. That one's in the dirt for ball 1. Hessler the runner at third, Durst the runner at second. Schlemgen with a 1-2 count. Barneveld with the windup, the delivery, and this one grounded over to the third base side. It's off the leg of Tasker. 1 run comes in. Hessler will come across, and it's 7-0 Barneveld on top of Potosi Cassville in the top half of the 3rd inning. Runners at the corners for Barneveld. Hunter Larson at the plate. And Ben Enfield looks at first to hold the runner. Hunter Larson 1 for 2 on the game. Enfield looks at third, now delivers, and Larson hits this one over Tasker at third base. Another run comes in for Barneveld. And sliding into third is Schlemgen, and he will be safe. An RBI double for Hunter Larson with 2 outs. Extends the Barneveld lead to 8-0. The route is on here in Potosi. First pitch to Leitzinger is a ball. And this one fall back to the backstop to make the count 1-1. Umpire at second base calls time. Runners at second and third for Barneveld, an 8-run lead in the top of the 3rd. Barneveld 8 runs on 8 hits. Potosi Cassville with 2 errors on the game. Leitzinger officially 0 for 1. Now the home plate umpire talking with Leitzinger. You have a courtesy runner at first, or at second, excuse me, that's Lister running the bases. And Enfield looking back at second base, now delivers the 1-1 and swung on a miss for strike 2. The 1-2. Fall to the backstop. We'll do it again. Ben Enfield has already thrown 10 pitches. It's taking over for Alex Frederick in relief. That pitch is high at eye level. Count goes to 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on, 2 out. Top of the 3rd. Barneveld with an 8-run lead. And this one going to be lifted over the backstop and out of play. Lightsinger backs out of the box, now back in. 2-2 the count. 2 runners in scoring position. Infield with the delivery, and this will be grounded over to the third base side. Tasker will play it, throw to first, is in time for the out. Barneveld does leave 2 stranded, but they get 7 runs across. In the top half of the 3rd inning. Seven runs on 6 hits with 1 error. 2 left on base. Potosi Cassville looking to answer back in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Barneveld with an 8-run lead on Potosi Cassville, 6 Rivers Baseball on DSN. The Barneveld American Legion will be hosting one more bingo session this Sunday, April 26th, to make up date from a cancellation for bad weather. The progressive pot should be $2,500 plus. Be sure to check that out at the Barneveld American Legion, Sunday, April 26th. Hunter Larson pitching through 2 innings, has 3 strikeouts. And leading off for Potosi Cassville is Ainsley Tasker, the starting 3rd baseman. Tasker batting .250 on the campaign, .650 OPS, has 1 RBI. He's also been walked 1 time during the season. Count is 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Ainsley Tasker goes down. First pitch is a ball to number 28, Evan Brewer, designated hitter. No batting average, OPS of .333, and that pitch is 1-1. Pitch misses high for ball 2. Count is 3 balls, 1 strike. Now the 3-1. Misses upstairs. Potosi Cassville with a runner on base in the bottom of the 3rd, trailing 8-0. Alex Frederick at the plate. Frederick 0 for 1 on the game. And this pitch is grounded and will find a way into shallow left. A walk and a hit to lead things off for Potosi Cassville. Runners at first and second with one out. Bottom of the third. Larson's pitch to Damian Bauer. Misses away for ball one. Bauer 0 for 1 on the game. And this will be fouled. It hit the dirt behind the plate and then bounced off the kneecap of Bauer. One ball, one strike. Runners at first and second for Potosi Cassville, trying to claw their way back and dig out of this 8-run deficit. Larson with the delivery, swung on and missed. Strike two, couldn't catch up to that fastball. Larson checking the runner at second. Now deals. Swing and a miss. Strike three. 2 on, 2 out in the bottom of the third. 8-0. Barneveld on top of Potosi Cassville. That brings up Colton Vogelsberg, the number 3 hitter in the order. Was hit by a pitch in his first at bat. And he lists this one foul out of play behind the backstop. Brewer the runner at second. Frederick the runner at first for Potosi Cassville. Hunter Larson has now thrown 44 pitches on the game. Now deals. That misses low for ball one. The 1-1 fouled over the backstop. Count goes to 1-2. And snap throw to second. Ball gets away from the glove of Beeker at second. Brewer gets back in time. Hunter Larson set to deliver the 1-2. Here it is. Swung on and missed for strike three, I believe. Thought the count was 1-2. Appears to be 1-2 now. Looks like the scoreboard was wrong. This is going to be grounded foul on the first base side. We'll do it again. Vogelsberg looking for his first hit. Trying to extend the inning for Potosi Cassville. A 1-2 count. One, two, foul to the backstop. We'll do it again. Good job by Vogelsberg protecting the plate for Potosi Cassville. Hunter Larson laboring at this at bat. Vogelsberg doing a good job of protecting the plate. Vogelsberg trying to make Larson earn this out. Larson with the delivery, and this one chopped over Larson and off the shoulder of Beeker. The throw to first is offline, and the bases are loaded for Potosi Cassville. So bases loaded with 2 out in the bottom of the third. Potosi Cassville with a golden opportunity to get their way back into this one. Ben Infield at the dish. He's 0 for 1. Looks at the first pitch. It's inside for ball 1. Brewer the runner at third, Frederick at second, Vogelsberg at first, and this one chopped over to short. Great play by Durst. Throw to first is in time for the out. Potosi Cassville leaves the bases loaded and go to the 4th inning, down 8 runs. Barneveld 8, Potosi Cassville nothing. Today's baseball game brought to you by .08. Big flavor, zero alcohol, and nothing boring about it. Hit up Chelsea with .08 for your next event. Find her on Facebook and Instagram. Also brought to you by the Frugal Floozies, helping you find the best deals from everything from fashion to everyday essentials. If you love saving money and still looking great, they've got you covered. Check them out on Facebook. In that inning for Potosi Cassville, no runs on 1 hit, 1 error for Barneveld, and 3 runners left on base. Ben Infield warming up as we head to the 4th inning. Barneveld scored 1 run in the second, scored 7 in the third. Alex Frederick had the start. Again, Frederick pitched 2 2/3, gave up 6 runs, or gave up 8 runs, on 6 hits. Walked 3 batters, struck out 3. And again, Potosi Cassville had a golden opportunity there in the bottom of the 3rd, but unable to cash in. Now we head to the top of the 4th. Be Landon Beeker leading off. He'll be followed up by Cooper Shipman and Ty Thousand. First pitch is going to be chopped foul on the third base side. Count is 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch. Catches the inner third to make the count 0-2. Beeker 1 for 1 on the game batting. And that's in the dirt to make the count 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 8-run lead for Barneveld in the top of the 4th. This will be hit into left field, and that will drop for a base hit. Reed Weber will catch it on a hop and then throw it back to the infield. A leadoff single for Barneveld in the top of the 4th. Now Cooper Shipman back at the plate. Cooper Shipman struck out in his last at-bat. Shows bunt, drops that one. Ben Infield plays it, throw to first. A 1-3 put out. Runner advances to second on the sac bunt. One on, one out, top of the 4th, 8-run lead for Barneveld. Aiden Knight at the dish. Ben Infield looks at second, now set to deliver. That one misses outside for ball 1. Beeker the runner at second. The 1-0. Catches the outer third for strike 1. The 1-1 This one hit into left field again, and Reed Weber loses sight of it, and it's going to roll to the fence. Beaker rounds third. He will score off the stand-up double by Ty Thousand. Barneveld 9, Potosi Cassville nothing in the top of the fourth. Aiden Knight comes up to the plate. And the first pitch is a strike. One on, one out. 9-run lead for Barneveld. Ben infield looks at second, now delivers. Golf swing misses to make the count 0-2. Infield looks at second and delivers and catches the outer third of the strike zone for a called strike 3. Brings up Mason Hessler. 1 for 1 on the game. Hessler had an RBI double, or 2-run double, excuse me. Part of that 7-run inning back in the third. And the 0-1 catches the outer third for strike 2. The 0-2 fouled to the backstop. We'll do it again. Barneveld has scored 9 runs on 10 hits. Potosi Cassville, no runs on 1 hit. And Hessler looks at strike 3. Umpire rings him up. And that will end the top half of the fourth. Barneveld scores 1 run on 2 hits. And they leave 1 stranded. To the bottom of the fourth we go. Barneveld 9, Potosi Cassville nothing. High school baseball on DSN. Game today sponsored by NG Coffee House, a small-town cafe where caffeine, cliffhangers, and community meet. Grab a latte, find a seat, and fall into your next great story. NG Coffee House in Bloomington. Shannon Murray Photography is booking 2027 senior sessions this summer. Spots will fill fast, so book now at shanmurrayphoto.com. Grant Regional Health Center's ortho team, Dr. Brad Binsfeld and Nate Stocco, PAC, provide exceptional care for sports-related injuries. Grant Regional Health Center, better health starts here. Casco Kids Zone invites you to see country music singer Lanco at the Kewaunee County Fair. This year's fair is July 9th through the 12th. For more information, go to Kewaunee.com. It's been brought to my attention that the scoreboard isn't working correctly. It still says it's 7-0 on the scoreboard on the screen. I'll see if we can diagnose that issue. But it's a 9-run lead for Barneveld as we head to the bottom of the fourth. And this will be a base hit for Reed Weber. Weber the runner at first. One on, nobody out. And now River Saar at the plate. Saar swings and misses. That's strike 1. And the next pitch is a ball. This one hit over the third base side, and that will be a base hit for River Sarv. 2 runners on base for Potosi Cassville. With nobody out in the bottom of the 4th, trailing by 9. We'll see if this does the trick, and it looks like we got our scoreboard fixed. Apologies for that. Trying to multitask. It's been a little tough for this one. Not my best outing, that's for sure. Logan Roush at the plate. Looks at the first pitch, and it's a ball. And the 1-0 does find the strike zone to make the count 1-1. This will be pitch number 60 for Larson, and that pitch is going to be a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Logan Roush. He's 0 for 1 on the game. Now here's the 1-2. This is outside. Snap throw to second. Runner gets back in time. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 on, nobody out in the bottom of the 4th. Potosi Cassville trying to dig out of a 9-run deficit. 2-2 misses high. Count goes full. 3-2. Larson deals, swing and a miss, strike 3. Another strikeout for Larson. It's his 6th of the ball game. 1 on, 1 out. In the bottom of the 4th. Barneveld 9, Potosi Cassville nothing. Tasker at the plate now. Or excuse me, runners at first and second. 2 on and 1 out. That one misses high and bounces off the glove of the catcher, Meyer. But the runners will stay put. One 0 pitch. In the dirt, great block there by Meyer to keep the ball in front of him. Tasker struck out in his last at bat. Count goes to 2-1. Runners at first and second for Potosi Cassville. Reed Weber the runner at second. Riverside the runner at first. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 2-2 count. Tasker trying to avoid getting his second strike out of the game. Larson with the delivery. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 2 away now in the bottom of the 4th. Evan Brewer now at the plate. Brewer was walked in his first at bat. That pitch misses the strike zone for ball 1. The 1-0 finds the strike zone. 1-1 to count. That was pitch number 70 for Hunter Larson. Pitch number 71 misses low for ball 2. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Runner tried to chase that one, couldn't keep up with it. 2-2 count, 2 on, 2 out, bottom of the fourth. And that pitch is inside, count goes full. Larson looks at second and will not throw. Reed Weber able to get back in time. Now 3-2 pitch, runners take off, and a backwards K called strike 3. Potosi Cassville leaves 2 stranded, and we head to the 5th with Barneveld leading Potosi Cassville 9-0. Eight strikeouts for Hunter Larson on the game in 4 innings of work. And now we head to the 5th. Reminder for Barneveld fans, the Barneveld American Legion will be hosting one more bingo session this Sunday, April 26th. Makeup date from a cancellation when there was bad weather. The progressive pot should be over $2,500. Some much needed cash for your summer vacation to be had. Check that out again Sunday, April 26th at the Barneveld American Legion. Tyler Dictanis with you on Driftless Sports Network. Six Rivers Baseball, Barneveld with a 9-run lead. We were scoreless after 1 inning. Barneveld got 1 run across in the second, and then a big 3rd inning where Barneveld scoring 7 runs. Barneveld would add another run in the 4th. Barneveld 9 runs on 10 hits with 1 error. Potosi Cassville, no runs on 3 hits with 2 errors. And the first pitch of the inning is going to be chopped foul on the first base side to make the count 0-1. Back to the top of the order with Mason Durst, followed up by Schlungen and Larson. And this one hit into left center field. It will drop for a base hit. Durst taking off for second. He will reach second safely. And now he's going to round it for third. And he will slide in, and he is safe. A leadoff triple for Barneveld in the top of the 5th with a 9-run lead. Barneveld trying to end things early. 9-run lead. Run number 10 at third. Schlingen at the plate. And Schlingen pops this one up. Ben Infield calls everyone off, and he will close the glove on it for the first out of the inning. One on, one out, top of the 5th. Barneveld with a 9-run lead. Hunter Larson now at the plate. Larson is 2 for 3. Has 1 RBI and has scored once in the game. Has a 1-0 count as Ben Infield checks the runner at third and delivers. And it's low. 2-0 count. Two-0 pitch is going to be tipped foul back behind the catcher to make the count 2-1. Ben Infield has pitched 34 pitches since taking over for Alex Frederick, the starter for Potosi Cassville. And the 2-1 is in the dirt. 3-1 hitters count to Hunter Larson. Carson Leitzinger on deck. The 3-1. This one towering into left center field. Logan Roush will close the glove on it, and it will go down as a sacrifice fly as Mason Durst will score. So Barneveld now leads 10-0 with 2 outs in the top of the 5th, and that ball hits Leitzinger. Leitzinger hit by pitch. He'll go to first. Leitzinger was 0 for 2. And looks like we will have a pinch runner for Barneveld. It'll be Austin Lester running the bases. So Austin Lister running at first with 2 outs in the top of the 5th. 10-run lead for the Barneveld Golden Eagles. Firmly cementing themselves as the team to beat in the Six Rivers with this showing today. Snap throw to first by infield. Ball gets away from Vogelsberg, but Lister will stay put. Lister coming into today's game has 1 stolen base on his stat line. We'll see how aggressive Barneveld decides to be with a 10-run lead and 2 outs in the top of the 5th. Pitch misses outside for ball 1. And this one hit into deep left field, and Reed Weber slides but falls out of his glove. Runner advances to third, so Lister advances to third. I believe that's going to be ruled a fielding error on Weber. Runners at the corners for Barneveld, leading 10-0. And the inning continues as Cooper Shipman comes to the plate. Infield checks the runner at third. Here's the pitch, and that hits him. So just when Potosi Cassville thought they were going to get out of the inning, they load the bases with 2 out. Cooper Shipman hit by a pitch. Lister the runner at third. Beaker the runner at second. Shipman at first. Ty Thousand coming up to the plate. Thousand 1 for 2 on the day. Thousand has scored once, has 1 hit. And the first pitch is a strike. A 1 pitch hit into straightaway center field. And Logan Roush will close the glove on it to end the inning. Barneveld leaves the bases loaded, but they bring 1 run across, and Potosi Cassville has to score in the bottom of the 5th to extend the game. Barneveld leading 10-0 high school baseball on DSN. Reminder coming up tomorrow in Potosi, Potosi's Hub. People, Pages, and Parcels inviting you to the Independent Bookstore Day Tomorrow, April 25th, got a 5K going on tomorrow. Come for the music, food, kids' activities, and a full day of fun in downtown Potosi. Enjoy the live music, face painting, root beer floats, and more. There's something for everyone, whether you're running or hanging out. Don't miss it tomorrow in Potosi. Independent Bookstore Day, the Next Chapter 5K, hosted by Potosi's Hub, People, Pages, and Parcels. I believe we're seeing a new pitcher here for Barneveld. It looks like Ty Thousand will be the pitcher closing things out for Barneveld. Ty Thousand pitching on the season has pitched 11 innings, has a 2-0 record, 22 strikeouts and 1 walk, an ERA of 1.91, and a whip of 818. As a result, the new alignment in the outfield, it's Lister, Durst, Shipman from left to right, and then from third to first, Schlingen, Larson, Beaker, and Knight. Myers still catching. Alex Frederick, followed by Damian Bauer and Colton Vogelsberg. And Potosi Cassville has to score, trailing 10-0 in the bottom of the 5th. First pitch by Ty Thousand, a golf swing miss by Alex Frederick, makes the count 0-1. Trying to chase it low. Frederick looks at that one, nearly goes off his kneecap. Count is 1-1. Alex Frederick 1 for 2 on the game. And hits this one over to second base, and the throw to first is in time for the out. Great play by Beaker. Get it tonight in time. 1 away in the bottom of the 5th. Or excuse me, they're going to say he reached on an error. I didn't see the ball get away. So a runner at first with nobody out. Ty Thousand. And the ball gets away from Knight. But Frederick will stay put at first. Damian Bauer on the game, 0 for 2. Swings and misses. Tried to catch up to that fastball, but timing was off. Count is 0-1. Beaker was assessed the error, which resulted in Alex Frederick being at first base. Now the 0-1 inside, ball 1. One ball, one strike, one on, nobody out in the bottom of the 5th. Barneveld with a 10-run lead, trying to end things early. This one fouled to the backstop, and thankfully that fence was there. Otherwise, I would have taken that one right off the nose. One-two count to Damian Bauer. And the pitch, it's behind him. Alex Frederick takes off for second base. He'll reach second base uncontested. Runner in scoring position for Potosi Cassville. Trying to stay alive. 2-2 the count. Here's the pitch. That one does clip him off the thigh. So 2 on and nobody out in the bottom of the 5th. Potosi Cassville with an opportunity to keep the game alive, and now Colton Vogelsberg will come up to the plate. He's 0 for 1 on the game. First pitch. Catches the outer third for strike one. Tythausen with the nod. Here's the 0-1. That one's inside for ball one. Alex Frederick, the runner at second. Damian Bauer, the runner at first for Potosi Cassville, trailing 10-0 with nobody out in the bottom of the fifth. Golf swing hit, and that will find its way into shallow center field. Frederick rounding third. Throw comes home, and Frederick is out. I think he overshot home plate. And Meyer able to apply the tag. Runners now at second and third for Potosi Cassville. But Potosi Cassville still looking for its first run of the game. That was a heck of a throw from Durst in center field to get the runner out. Ben Enfield now comes up to the plate, 0 for 2. Tythausen delivers. And this will be chopped foul on the third base side. Tythausen, a lefty pitcher. Checks the runner at third. Now deals the 0-1. That one's inside for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 on, 1 out, bottom of the fifth. Potosi Cassville looking for a run to extend the game. And this will be hit down the right field line, and that will drop for a base hit. Damian Bauer will score from third. Runner holds at third base. And Potosi Cassville with runners at the corners, but most importantly, they get 1 run across to make the score 10-1. Barneveld on top of Potosi Cassville. Vogelsberg, the runner at third. Ben Enfield, the runner at first. Reed Weber at the plate. Reed Weber is 1 for 2. First pitch is away for ball one. And a balk is called, and that walks in a run. So Potosi Cassville gets its second run of the game. Ben Enfield advances to second. 1-0 count to Reed Weber, and Weber fouls this one off. Count is 1-1, 10-2 the new score. Potosi Cassville now with 2 runs on 5 hits on the game. And this pitch is fouled off over the backstop again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner at second with 1 out. Tythausen gives the nod. Here's the 1-2, and that one goes over the head of Reed Weber, and runner advances to third, a stolen base for Ben Enfield. Count is 2-2. It's Tythausen having some issues with his command. The 2-2 is outside, just missed the strike zone. Count goes full, 3-2. Payoff pitch, swung on a miss, strike 3. Strikeout recorded for Ty Thousand. Ty Thousand's first strikeout of the game. Two away now in the bottom of the fifth. Still a 10-2 lead for Barneveld. River Saar looks at the first pitch for ball one. And Saar pops this one up on the first base side. Looks like it's playable, and it's going to be in and out of the glove of Aiden Knight. Had to run up against the fence in front of the Barneveld dugout, but might have lost it in the sun. Kind of an odd-looking angle to try and catch that one. The count is 1-1 to River Saar. Saar looks at the 1-1 pitch, and it clips the outer third to make the count 1-2. Logan Roush on deck for Potosi Cassville. And this one hit into shallow left field. Diving for it was Lister. He lost it. Ball rolls behind him. One run comes across, and it will be a stand-up double for River Saar. Just like that, it's 10-3. Potosi Cassville digging out of it. Logan Roush at the plate. River Saar, or excuse me, Logan Roush. Batting left-handed. Thousand checks the runner, and the ball goes over the head of Logan Roush. And Ben Infield reaches third. Excuse me, Saar reaches third on the wild pitch. One 0 pitch misses inside for ball two. Two balls, no strikes, one on and two out. The bottom of the fifth. And Barneveld's going to talk things over. And it looks like Ty Thousand, after throwing 26 pitches, will head to the dugout. And we'll see who coach sends out. To get things back on track for Barneveld. It's going to be Cooper Shipman, I believe, who will be warming up. Cooper Shipman on the season has pitched 5 1/3 innings. Has one save on his stat line, has issued one walk, 9 strikeouts, an ERA of 1.31, and a whip of .938. Stat-wise for Ty Thousand, Thousand has pitched 2/3 of an inning, has allowed 3 hits, 3 runs, all 3 of those runs earned. Had 1 strikeout before exiting after 27 pitches. So Cooper Shipman will try to get things back on track for Barneveld. The new defensive alignment in the outfield from left to right, it's Leitzinger, Durst, Thousand. Then from third to first, Schlingen, Larson, Beaker, Knight. Myers still doing the catching duties for the Barneveld Golden Eagles. Logan Roush, 0 for 2 on the day, comes up to the plate. Struck out both times. But Potosi Cassville finding some momentum here in the bottom half of the fifth. Trailed 10-0 heading into the inning, but 3 runs have come across. 3 runs on 3 hits. 1 error on Barneveld in the bottom half of the 5th. Logan Roush, lefty batter, righty pitcher. Shipman set to deal his first pitch of the game. Riverside, the runner at third for Potosi Cassville. Here's the first pitch, swung on and missed for strike 1. Count is 2-1 with 2 outs. Next pitch, this one lifted down the left field line, and it's going to hook out of play. Count is 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 on, 2 out. Cooper Shipman on the bump. Logan Roush at the plate. Riverside, the runner at third. That one's high and outside for ball 3. Count is full. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Cooper Shipman records his first strikeout in relief. And in the bottom of the 5th, Potosi Cassville scores 3 runs on 3 hits. With 1 error and 1 left on base. We head to the 6th. Barneveld leading 10-3. High school baseball on DSN. Tyler Dictanis with you on the call. More baseball action coming up tomorrow. On Queen Bee Radio, we will have Dodgeville at Lancaster. John Satterley and Steve Prestegard with that one. That'll be on X1071 of the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Pre-game coverage set for 9:40. First pitch at 10 a.m. Queen Bee Radio has another game coming up on Monday with Lancaster taking on Cuba City. That'll be on ESPN Radio, AM 1590, WPVL, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Next game on DSN will be Tuesday when the Cuba City Cubans travel to Boscoville to take on the Bulldogs. Should be a fun SWAL matchup on Tuesday. Looking forward to that one. Again, right here on DSN. Liam Genrich checks into the game, and he will lead off the top of the 6th. Genrich with a golf swing and misses that one to make the count 0-1. Liam Genrich batting in the 8th spot in the order. Oh, 1 pitch misses the strike zone to make the count 1-1. 1-1 pitch by infield, and this will be grounded foul on the third base side. Ben Infield for Potosi Cassville has thrown 45 pitches. And pitch number 46 misses low for ball 2. Two-two pitch, grounded foul. We'll do it again. Pitching for Ben Enfield, 2 1/3 innings. Has allowed 2 runs on 6 hits. Has 2 strikeouts on his stat line. 2-2 count. Ball misses down and away. Count is full, 3-2. To Liam Genrich. Payoff pitch. This one popped up down the deep left field, and it's going to be foul as it hits the turf right along the fence. Pitch number 50 for Ben Enfield coming up here. 3-2. Misses away. Runner at first now for Barneveld to lead off. The top of the 6th. 1 on, nobody out. Mason Hessler, the designated hitter. Has 1 hit with 2 RBIs. Was walked and has a strikeout. Officially 1 for 2 on the game. An infield checks the runner at first. Set to deal the first pitch. This will be lifted into shallow left. Alex Frederick trying to chase it down, and he will get the out. Showing the wheels and tracking that one down in the sun. 1 away in the top of the 6th. Still 10-3. Back to the top of the order for Barneveld. Mason Durst, 3 for 4 on the game. Durst looks at the first pitch, and it's a called strike. And infield tried to bait into throwing at first base, but the runner goes back. That's Genrich. 0-1 pitch, off speed, misses outside for ball 1. Mason Durst has scored twice on 3 hits. Also has 2 RBIs. And this one, a power hit on the ground and finds its way into shallow right field. Genrich will advance to third. Runners at the corners for Barneveld with 1 out in the top of the 6th, leading 10-3. Hayden Schlumgen coming up to the plate, 2 for 4 on the game. And infield gives the nod. Here's the delivery. That one's inside. And Mason Durst will reach second base uncontested. Two runners in scoring position for Barneveld, leading 10-3. 1-0 pitch. Grounded and will find its way into shallow left. Genrich will score. Runners at the corners again for Barneveld on the RBI single from Caden Schlingen. Barneveld 11, Potosi Cassville 3. Looks like Schlumgen is standing at second base. Schlumgen advances to second on the throw. And the first pitch to Hunter Larson is a strike. Count is 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch lifted up. Over to short. Frederick is going to let Tasker make the basket catch at third base. 2 away. Runners stay put at second and third. Leitzinger at the plate. Leitzinger looks at the first pitch, and a called strike right down the middle. Leitzinger 0 for 2 on the game. And the 0-1 misses outside for ball one. Leitzinger was walked earlier in the game and scored a run. And the 1-1 pitch is a called ball. Must have missed low. It looked right down the middle from my vantage point. Count is 2-1. This one popped up into straightaway center. Logan Roush settles under it, closes the glove for the final out of the inning. Barneveld leaves 2 stranded. But they do get 1 run across. 1 run on 2 hits. No errors and 2 left on base. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Barneveld leading 11-3. High school baseball on DSN. Checking to see if we can get some scoring updates on some of the other games around the area. In softball, Highland leads Judah Albany 6-3. Baseball, Darlington leads Fenimore 6-4. Southwestern on top of Boscobel 17-9. Argyle Blackhawk leading River Ridge 3-1. Like River Ridge got off to a hot start to open up the season, and they've dropped 3 straight. Potosi Cassville softball trailing Barneveld 14-1. That game in Cassville. First pitch here is a strike. For Ainsley Tasker, and he makes the count 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch misses the strike zone to make the count 2-1. 2-1 pitch inside for ball 3. Shipman deals. That one's away for ball 4, I believe. Is the scoreboard wrong? Says the count is 3-2 now. That pitch is low for ball 4. Ainsley Tasker is walked to lead off at the bottom of the 6th. Lane Schaefer now checks into the game for Potosi Cassville. Batting in place of the designated hitter Brewer. That pitch is in the dirt. Ball gets away from Meyer, and Meyer doesn't know where the ball is. Runner advances to third, throw to third, and the runner's out. Ainsley Tasker took a gamble as Meyer lost where the ball was right behind him. Tasker got to second safely, thought he could get to third, but Meyer able to find the ball and get it to third in time for the out. So nobody on base for Potosi Cassville, one away. Schaefer at the plate. Lane Schaefer batting 100 on the season, an OPS of 508. Has been walked twice, has 3 strikeouts. Count is 3-0. And a 4-pitch walk puts Schaefer on base. Back to the top of the order for Potosi Cassville, Alex Frederick, 1 for 3 on the game. First pitch, called strike. A 1 pitch, catches the inner third for strike 2. That pitch way inside to make the count 1-2. One-two pitch, swung on a miss for strike 3. Alex Frederick strikes out for the first time today. Shipman records his second strikeout. 2 out with 1 on in the bottom of the 6th. That pitch catches the outer third for strike 1. For Damian Bauer, 0 for 2 on the game. The 0-1. This one, a rocket ball gets out of the glove of Schlimgen. And that will be, I believe they'll rule that a single. As runners at first and second. Kind of hard to justify that being a fielding error on Schlimgen. That one had a little bit of exit velocity on it at the ankles. First pitch to Vogelsberg is down in the strike zone for strike 1. And Vogelsberg tips this one foul in front of the catcher. Count is 0-2. Schaefer the runner at second, Bauer the runner at first. Vogelsberg at the plate, Cooper Shipman on the bump. Shipman deals the 0-2, swung on a miss, strike 3. Potosi Cassville leaves 2 stranded. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left on base. We head to the 7th. Barneveld 11, Potosi Cassville 3. High school baseball on Driftless Sports Network. Today's game sponsored by .08, big flavor, zero alcohol, and nothing boring about it. Hit up Chelsea with .08 for your next event. Find them on Facebook and Instagram. Also brought to you by the Frugal Floozies, helping you find the best deals on everything from fashion to everyday essentials. If you love saving money and still looking great, they got you covered. Check them out on Facebook. NG Coffee House, a cozy small-town cafe where caffeine, cliffhangers, and community meet. Grab a latte, find a seat, and fall into your next great story. NG Coffee House in Bloomington. Shannon Murray Photography booking 2027 senior sessions for the summer. Spots fill fast, so book now at shanmurrayphoto.com. Some more updates we can tell you about These are final scores. Wait, that was from yesterday, actually, so that's not... All right, but Argyle Blackhawk leading River Ridge softball 4-1. Southwestern leading Boscobel in baseball 17-9. Darlington with a 6-4 lead on Fenimore in baseball. Softball action, Highland leads Judah Albany 6-3. And the DeSoto Pirates leading Weston 1-0. New pitcher in the game for Potosi Cassville. It'll be Logan Roush. He's pitched 1 inning on the season. Walked 1 batter, struck out 2. Has a very inflated ERA of 14 and a whip of 3. The new alignment for Potosi Cassville with the pitching change. It's Chris Vels, Reed Weber, and Kaya Kirkenbush in the outfield from left to right. From third to first, it's Ben Infield, Alex Frederick, River Saar, and Colton Vogelsberg at first. Damian Bauer still catching. Logan Roush set to deal the first pitch to Beaker, who is 3 for 3 on the game. Looks at the first pitch, and it's going to be a called strike. Oh, 1 misses away for ball 1. One pitch. Nice curveball. Finds the strike zone to make the count 1-2. Beaker looks at the 1-2. Misses outside. Count goes to 2-2. Roush, a lefty pitcher, and that one goes into the opposing batter's box. Count is full, 3-2. Beaker has 3 hits, has scored 3 times. That was inside for ball 4, and he reaches base on a walk. 1 on, nobody out, top of the 7th. 11-3 the score. Barneveld on top of Potosi Cassville. Cooper Shipman coming up to the plate. Shipman 0 for 1 on the game. First pitch is away for ball 1. Shipman struck out in his last at bat. The 1-0 from Roush. Misses low for ball 2. The 2-0 pitch misses inside for ball 3. 3-0 count to Cooper Shipman. Landon Beaker, the runner at first. 3-0 pitch. That one finds the strike zone to make the count 3-1. Barneveld scored 1 run in the second, 7 in the third. 1 run each in the fourth, fifth, and sixth innings. And the 3-1 pitch gets away. And now 2 base runners on for Barneveld. Runners at first and second. Ty Thousand comes up to the plate, 1 for 3 on the game. Lefty on lefty. First pitch, it's away for ball 1. And Barneveld took command early in this game with those 7 runs in the third. But Potosi Cassville battled back, scoring 3 runs in the bottom of the fifth to extend the game. Give them a fighting chance. The 1-0 pitch catches the lower third of the strike zone for strike 1. Barneveld 11 runs on 14 hits with 2 errors. Potosi Cassville 3 runs on 7 hits with 3 errors. 1-1 pitch is a strike. Catching the lower third. Count goes to 1-2. 1-2 count. Runners at first and second for the Barneveld Golden Eagles in the top of the 7th. That one nearly hits the batter, Ty Thousand, as that one would have hit him right on the head if he didn't duck. 2-2 count. That pitch nearly gets away from Bauer. Count is full, 3-2. Logan Roush has already thrown 16 pitches. Pitch number 17, right down the middle for a called strike 3. 1 away in the top of the 7th. Ty Thousand strikes out looking. Now Liam Genrich back at the plate, was walked in his last at bat and scored. And tips this one foul to make the count 0-1. Coming up on the schedule for Barneveld, their next game will be Monday against River Ridge, Tuesday against Argyle Blackhawk, and then Friday against Belmont, assuming weather doesn't disrupt anything. Potosi Cassville, their next game Monday at Belmont, Tuesday at Charlesburg Benton, and then at home on Friday against Highland. 0-2 count to Genrich. Roush checks the runner at second. Now deals. Inside, throw to third. Runner safe. Stolen base for Beaker. Power with a nice throw, but Beaker able to slide under the tag. Runners at the corners now for Barneveld with 1 out, leading 11-3. Logan Roush looking at Cooper Shipman. Now deals the 2-1. That one's low. Shipman takes off and the throw's offline, but only 1 stolen base. Puts 2 runners in scoring position. 2-2 the count with 1 out. Genrich again walked in his last at bat. Off-speed pitch. Just missed outside. Count is full, 3-2. Three-two pitch misses outside, and Ginrich has walked again. Bases are loaded for Barneveld. Mason Hessler back in the box, 1 for 3 batting today. Beaker the runner at third, Shipman the runner at second, Ginrich the runner at first for the Golden Eagles. First pitch is away for ball 1. The 1-0. Inside, ball 2. One pitch, swung on a miss for strike 2. That one misses outside, 2-2 the count. Fessler gets a hit. Actually, regardless if he gets a hit, Mason Durst is in the on-deck circle for Barneveld with 3 on and 1 out. This one popped up behind the catcher, and it hits the roof. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 3 on, 1 out. Top of the 7th, 11-3 lead for the Barneveld Golden Eagles. Everything holds. Barneveld will go to 8-0 and improve to 7-0 in the Six Rivers. Have at least a 1-game lead depending on the outcome of the Pecatonica-Belmont game that's going on. 2-2 pitch misses the strike zone to make the count full, 3-2. Roush with the delivery. That one misses the strike zone for ball 4. A run is walked in. 12-3 Barneveld in front. Beaker scores. Shipman moves to third. Ginrich to second. Hessler now the runner at first. Mason Durst having an outstanding game in the batter's box. 4 for 5 on the game. And Coach Livefried going to talk things over with PC at the mound. Mason Durst, 4 hits. Has scored twice, also brought in 2 more. Barneveld has scored in every inning of this game except the first. 1 run in the second, 7 in the third. 1 run each in the 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th innings. And we will have a pitching change for Potosi Cassville. It'll be Kaya Kirkenbush seeing his first pitching action of the season. And we'll set up the new defensive alignment once we know what it is for Potosi Cassville. Logan Roush threw 30 pitches with 11 strikes. Pitched 1/3 of an inning, allowed 1 earned run, walked 4 batters, struck out 1. Bases loaded for Barneveld in the top of the 7th. 12-3 the lead. Shipman the runner at third, Genrich the runner at second, Hessler the runner at first. Mason Durst 4 for 5. Coming up to the plate once the warm-up pitches are completed. The new alignment in the outfield for Potosi Cassville, from left to right, it's Vels, Weber, and Roush. And from third to first, it's infield Frederick, Saar, and Vogelsberg. Damian Bauer still catching for PC. Kirkenbush, a right-handed pitcher. Warm-up pitches are complete. Mason Durst into the box, lefty batter. Bases loaded, 12-3 lead, Barneveld in front. 1 out in the top half of the 7th. Kirkenbush's first pitch is a called strike. Oh, 1, swung on and missed, strike 2. Kirkenbush with the nod. 0-2, swung on and missed, strike 3. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, 1 out for Kaya Kirkenbush. 2 away. In the top of the 7th, bases loaded for Potosi Cassville. Or for Barneveld, excuse me. Caden Schlimgen, 3 for 5 on the game. A speed pitch misses upstairs for ball 1. And now, Coach Leibfried going to bring people in, and it appears that Kirkenbush might have a shoulder injury. Yeah, that pitch was definitely well out of range and kind of had an awkward release, so we'll see if he's going to stay in the game. Going to give him a chance to try and work things out, get things back in control. And we might have a pitching change for PC. Kaya Kirkenbush only threw 4 pitches, but appears to be leading the game with an apparent right shoulder injury. He's grimacing right on the pitcher's mound. So Kirkenbush will check out. And it's going to be Evan Brewer set to pitch. Started the game as the DH. And now he will get some warm-up pitches. Would imagine there's not going to be any changes to the defensive alignment, but I do see a player for Potosi Cassville running to the dugout from the outfield, so we'll see what the new alignment looks like. But 12-3 the score, Barneveld in front of Potosi Cassville. It's a 1-0 count to Caden Schlimgen. Schlimgen 3 for 5 on the game. Schlimgen with 3 hits, 2 RBIs. He's scored once, also has a strikeout. It appears the alignment in the outfield for Potosi Cassville, it's Vels, Weber, and Roush from left to right, and then from third to first, infield Frederick, Saar, Vogelsberg. So no changes after Kirkenbush leaving the game with an apparent shoulder injury. And Evan Brewer warming up, and these are his first pitches of the season. Kaya Kirkenbush struck out Mason Durst to open up the inning on 3 pitches, but then had an awkward-looking release on pitch number 4, where the shoulder injury appeared to happen. And now we're set to resume play. First pitch is a ball. Count goes to 2-0. Brewer checks the runner at third. Deals the 2-0, and it catches the outer third for strike 1. Two-one count to Caden Schlimgen. Now it misses outside for ball 3. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Count is full. Bases loaded with 2 outs. Schlimgen trying to pad the run total. Yeah, pitch. Hit down the right field line. It's playable, and it will be caught by Vogelsberg, making a basket catch on the run. I think. No, he did not. Runners are going back to the bases. Vogelsberg had his back to me. It appeared that he was celebrating, but we'll do it again. Pitch from Brewer, that's high for ball 4, and a run is walked in. Barneveld leading 13-3. Shipman's the runner that scored. Genrich the runner at third. Hessler at second. Schlimgen the runner at first. Hunter Larson at the plate. Larson's 2 for 4. Brewer delivers, and it's inside for ball 1. Ground ball over to the third base side. Ben infield lost the handle, and a run will score. (14-3), Barneveld in front of Potosi Cassville. And they will rule an error on Ben infield. Base is still loaded with 2 outs, and the pitch goes over the head of Leitzinger, goes to the backstop, but the runners will stay put. (1-0) count to Leitzinger. Leitzinger 0 for 3. Brewer gives the nod. Here's the 1-0. In the dirt, great block there by Bauer. Count is 2-0. This one popped over the backstop and is going to go over the roof of our broadcast perch here at Potosi High School. Count is 2-1. Swing and a miss. Count is now 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 3 on, 2 out. Brewer trying to end the inning. Here's the pitch. Chopper over to the third base side. Ben infield lost the handle momentarily. No play, and another run comes in for Barneveld. These infield hits are taking some weird hops, and it's been hard for the PC infielders to make the play. They're going to say another error on Ben infield. 15-3. Barneveld in front of Potosi Cassville. And the first pitch to Beaker. Ground ball over to short and a throw to second as Frederick will throw to Saar for the force out to end the inning. 4 runs come across for Barneveld in the top half of the 7th. Four runs on no hits. Two errors and 3 left on base. Bottom of the 7th. 15-3. Barneveld on top of Potosi Cassville. Final half inning coming up. Reminder for Barneveld fans, the Barneveld American Legion will be hosting one more bingo session this Sunday, April 26th. It's a make-up date from a cancellation they had for bad weather. The progressive pot should be around $2,500 plus, some much-needed cash for your summer vacation to be had. That's the Barneveld American Legion bingo session coming up this Sunday, April 26th. Learn more about it on their Facebook page. High school baseball on DSN also brought to you by Grant Regional Health Center's ortho team. Dr. Brad Binsfeld and Nate Stocco, PAC, provide exceptional care for sports-related injuries. Grant Regional Health Center, better health starts here. Casco Kids Zone invites you to see country singer Lanco at the Kewaunee County Fair. This year's fair is July 9th through the 12th. For more information, go to Kewaunee.countyfair.com. Reminder tomorrow in Potosi, Potosi's Hub People, Pages, and Parcels hosting the Independent Bookstore Day and their next chapter 5K tomorrow morning. Pick up the action here in the bottom of the 7th, 15-3. Barneveld in control. First pitch is fouled off. Next pitch in the dirt for ball 1. Ben Infield leads off. Be followed up by Reed Weber and River Saar. 1-1 pitch, catches the outer third for strike 2. Cooper Shippen on the mound for Barneveld and skips that one into the dirt. Count goes to 2-2. Ben Infield is 1 for 3. Has 1 hit and 1 RBI. And the 2-2 pitch misses everything. This pitch grounded over to the third base side. Throw to first is in time for the out. Schlum getting able to close the glove on it for the 5-3 putout. One away in the bottom of the 7th. Reed Weber 1 for 3. Lefty batter. Steps in. Here's the first pitch from Shipman. Catches the strike zone for strike 1. Oh, 1. Misses high for ball 1. On 1 pitch outside for ball 2. This one hit into deep right field. It's carrying, and that will drop for a base hit. It'll be at least a double for Reed Weber, and he gets to second base standing up. 1 on, 1 out, bottom of the 7th. Potosi Cassville trailing 15-3, but they're going down swinging. River Sar back in the box, 2 for 3 on the game. Cooper Shipman checks the runner at second. Ground ball over to the third base side. Schlungen diving, and the throw to first. Runner is safe. River Sar legs it out. Runners at the corners for Potosi Cassville. On the infield single for River Sar. Brings up Logan Roush. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Oh, 1. Shot down the left field line, trying to dive. Is that a fair ball? They say it is. Ball gets away from Leitzinger. 1 run comes in. Another run slides home. 2 runs come across for Potosi Cassville on a 2-run triple. I think Leitzinger lost it in the sun. The ball was right on the foul line, and umpire says it was a fair ball. 15-5. Barneveld in front, but Potosi Cassville keeping things interesting. First pitch is outside to number 3, Ryder Vogelsberg, seeing his first action at the plate this season. Count is 1-1. On 1 pitch is in the dirt to make the count 2-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Ball popped out of the glove of the catcher, Meyer. The 2-2 to Vogelsberg. Down low for ball 3. Count is full, 3-2. Chopper over the pitcher's head and finds its way into shallow center field. Logan Roush will score. And an RBI single for Ryder Vogelsberg. Great patience at the plate. First pitch is a strike to Evan Brewer. Evan Brewer 0 for 1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Potosi Cassville down to its final out. Back to the top of the order with Alex Frederick. Frederick has to duck away for ball 1. Alex Frederick 1 for 4. And lifts this one into left center field, and that will drop for a base hit. Run around second, throw to third. Sliding is Vogelsberg. And he is going to be safe. Runners at second and third for PC. Trailing 15-6. Down to their final out. Damian Bauer, the catcher, coming up to the plate to try and extend the game, and we may have a pitching change for Barneveld. Shipman has thrown 46 pitches. It appears his night is going to be done. And we'll see who Barneveld sends out. To try and close this game out. It appears Shipman's going to stay in the game. It must be a defensive change for Barneveld. Easton Fishnick is checking in the game. And Fishnick will go to third base. Schlumgen is checking out. Runners at second and third for Potosi Cassville. Down to their final out in the bottom of the 7th, 15-6. The score for Barneveld in front. Shipman still on the bump. Getting a few more warm-up pitches before Bauer steps back into the box. Bauer again 1 for 3 on the game. Bauer came into the game averaging .259 for batting average, OPS .592. Has 7 RBIs. Looking to potentially get 2 here and keep the game alive for Potosi Cassville. Now we're set to resume. 2 on, 2 out, bottom of the 7th. Shipman checks the runner at third, delivers the first pitch. It's going to be a called strike. The 0-1. Here's a ball. One ball, one strike to Damian Bauer. 1-1, chopper over to short. And it's going to get through the glove of Larson. 1 run comes in. Ryder Vogelsberg scores 15-7. Potosi Cassville with runners at the corners. And the game continues. Colton Vogelsberg at the plate. Swings and misses at the first pitch to make the count 0-1. Colton Vogelsberg. 1 for 3. And pops this one over to the pitcher. Shipman settles under it, closes the glove. And that's your ball game. Barneveld defeats Potosi Cassville 15-7. Winning 2 games in 2 days against PC. Barneveld stays undefeated at 8-0. They go to 7-0 in the Six Rivers. Potosi Cassville drops to 6-3 overall, 4-2 in Six Rivers play. Final line score, Barneveld 15 runs on 14 hits with 3 errors. Potosi Cassville 7 runs on 12 hits with 5 errors. Player of the game is Mason Durst, 4 for 5 on the game, 4 hits, 2 RBIs, also scored twice. Ty Thousand is your winning pitcher today. The losing pitcher trying to find it here in the scorebook. If it's going to be Alex Frederick getting the loss. 15-7 the final score. Barneveld over Potosi Cassville. And some other finals we can tell you about before we sign off. Southwestern defeats basketball in baseball 17-11. Argyle takes down River Ridge in softball 4-3. And that's all we see for updates right now. Steve Prestegard will have the rundown of all the final scores in our area on Queen Bee Radio during news and sports. Reminder coming up tomorrow in high school baseball, Dodgeville at Lancaster. That'll be on X1071 of the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. First pitch set for 10 o'clock. Another game on Monday on Queen Bee Radio on ESPN Radio AM 1590 WPVL. Cuba City is at Lancaster. And our next game on DSN will be Tuesday when basketball hosts Cuba City. Thank you again to the entire staff here at Potosi High School for being gracious hosts and helping us out with our streaming efforts here tonight. Special thank you to Keith Oyen for getting our camera view set up. Thanks to both head coaches for the stats and information. Thank you to our sponsors, and thank you for joining us. This has been High School Baseball on Driftless Sports Network. From Potosi, I'm Tyler Dictanis. Thanks so much for joining us. Good night from Potosi, and we'll see you on Tuesday for more high school baseball